I'm back again with another one, BadNewsBrown. Happy birthday to the late, great Malcom X. For those that don't know, today is Malcom X's birthday. So this video will be dedicated to him. Now, it's important that, especially in this day and age, that not only we continue to celebrate our all-stars, but we tell the true story, as opposed to not only letting Hollywood, but anybody, again, like I said, this social media, anybody can throw anything out there. So it's a lot of fake news. So again, videos like this is from the horse's mouth and how we truly feel about people such as Malcom X. And that is real important. And I learned that a little while ago, the importance of that. I was actually doing a little jail time, and I was in Santa Rita. For those who don't know, Santa Rita is the Alameda County Jail, basically the county jail for the Oakland area. And anyway, I was trying to get, at that time, the program dorm was 25. So I ended up getting over there, and it was a little class that you had to go to. And one of the instructors, a sister, she played the Malcom X movie, Spike Lee Malcom X movie. And of course, a lot of the black people, we already have a good understanding of who Malcom X is and was and what he stood for. But at that moment, well, not at that moment, but during that time, that's when I learned that a lot of people, especially for other groups, don't really know too much about a lot of people that you may think. Now, of course, they may have a real, what I would say, a media view, just a real plain view. And this was a good example anyway. So let me tell a story. So she ended up playing a movie, and one of the points I seen that hit home with the other groups, when I mean other groups, I'm talking about being at this county jail, you got people from all over races is there, being it white, Mexican, other Asian or whatever, etc. So anyway, we're watching the movie, and it's funny how, I guess, during a point where Malcom X, before he became who he was, when he was basically a typical street hoodlum, I'm gonna put it, when he went to jail, and he was saying like how once we was learning, and he made a point to where, like, he was pointing at certain brothers, he was like, man, in a perfect world, this guy would be a scientist or engineer or whatnot, but being that we up under this, he's just nobody but a thief. So if we was playing on a level playing field, as it's claimed, people would be doing a lot better in life. I'm just gonna put it like that. And I seen that hit home with the other groups. But then not only that, but just his whole trajectory from the transition to that, and certain things that he said, and ultimately his assassination. And of course that hit home because up until then, a lot of people from other groups, they didn't really know the details. A lot of them thought that Malcom X was killed by them peoples directly, meaning, and they didn't know the whole rift between him and the nation and none of that, and it showed on their faces. And I just thought that was pretty interesting because up until then, you can tell these people had a real plain view. I don't even want to say how should I put it? They just had a real, probably I don't even want to say a prejudiced view, because it's not the word I'm looking for, but a real, I guess, a status quo view, but not even a view at all. You know, we hear the names, but we don't really know too much about these people, even other black people. And this is another reason why this is important. Like people like me just simply telling a quick story on the legacy, a true story on how we truly feel. But anyway, I just thought that really pointed out or stood out when the part when Malcolm was killed, unfortunately. Just that whole breakdown. And you can just see the shock in their faces, like, damn, that's how Malcolm X went out. Like, I never knew that. Like, that. This is the story behind Malcolm X. So, again, y'all, tell the true history, man, and we keep it going. Again, like I said, it's a lot of fake news out there. And we not only going to continue to tell the true history, but unfortunately, we dealing with the same issues that back then, a lot of issues I ain't even got to speak on, or we ain't got to reinvent the wheel as far as the diagnosing the issues and certain solutions, because people like Malcolm X then already spoke for us. Like, again, we dealing with the same issues as today. So I ain't even got to say nothing. I can just play one of his old videos and, hey, even back then, this would need to be done, this was going on, and this was need to be done about it. So y'all need to really think about that moving forward. I know it's a lot of bullshit out here, but at the same time, it's a lot of real shit out here you need to adapt to before you be forced to, because it is getting real out here. And if you got any type of defects, it's gonna show. But not even, I ain't about to get into all that. That's a whole different issue regarding that. But at the same time, man, happy birthday, Malcolm X, man. Again, man, BadNewsBrown breaking this shit down a little bit for y'all. Go ahead and hit that like or dislike and subscribe one time. And again, Malcolm X, we need to immortalize certain people. And he's one of the people that need to be immortalized for future generations. Again, don't let Hollywood, even though Spike Lee, that was a pretty good, decent movie for a general view of Malcolm X. So fortunately, we got a movie that's non-biased that we can go to regarding Malcolm. But in any other thing, don't let no movie don't rely on no movie to tell the story, man. Especially, I'm talking about these kids. Again, like I said, man, 20, 30 years down the line, you fuck around and look something up, man, it's gonna be a whole bunch of fake news. I'm just gonna put it like that, man. I'm out.